We are all Gohan. We are all Gohan. We are all Gohan. Come on, repeat it after me. We are all Gohan. If there was any Dragon Ball character that we are all similar to, it would have to be Gohan. You know, as a fandom, we all love him as a character because I feel like we can relate to him like just so much, and it's really crazy. And in this video, I'm going to explain how we are closely related to Gohan and how his life intertwines with ours. So to start off, I feel like, everybody wants Gohan to be a certain way, from the fans, the Z fighters in the story, and even his immediate family in the story. The fans want him to be a fighter and go back to being the strongest warrior and fulfill the nostalgia that they have for Gohan. The Z fighters want him to be, a strong warrior as well, for the most part, and be a valuable asset to the team since they know how powerful he is. But his mother wants him to be a more productive member of society. And, we know his father wants him to be a fighter just like him. So this first part that I am introducing relates to us individually. So, us in the real world, different people around us want us to be different things for our career paths in life. So, for example, I wanted to be a football player. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. My dad wanted me to be an engineer. And my brother just wanted me to play video games with him and just have fun living life. So just like Gohan, there was pressure to try to appease those around me and figure out how can I make them happy and fulfill the wishes that they had for my life. But, we're going to get deeper, with that later in the video. So let's start with some expectations that were set on Gohan from the beginning of the series. In this screenshot, Krillin asks Goku if Gohan is strong just like he is. Krillin automatically compares Gohan to his father and expects Gohan to be a strong warrior just like Goku. This would be the same thing as being a son or a daughter of a professional athlete, and a fan or neighbor is asking your parents if, you are going to be playing the same sport as them, or if you will be just as good as them, or if you are just as good as them. This places unrealistic expectations on the child and pressure on the parents because, all in all, if their kid does not live up to their reputation, their child will be talked about, and the parents might feel like they failed training their kid to be just like them. If Gohan does not become strong, he will automatically be judged and compared to Goku by Krillin, and Goku will feel like a letdown because his kid is not as strong as him. Goku says that Gohan can be strong if his wife lets him train Gohan. This shows that Goku and Chi-Chi have different goals that they have for their son. Goku wants his son to be just like him, a fighter. Chi-Chi wants her son to be different from her father. In most cases, parents push their children to do what they want intentionally and unintentionally. For parents who want their kids to be doctors, they might buy them, doctor-type toys, instill in their minds that they need to have, higher grades in school in order to get into a good school to become a doctor, take them to the different doctor seminars where other kids will attend, take them on tours to different universities that have good doctor programs, and so on and so forth. For parents who want their kids to play sports, they will introduce them to sports at an early age with the training regimen, taking them to different sports camps, and everything else regarding preparation to go play professional sports. If Goku wants Gohan to be a fighter, he's going to spend time with him training every day, showing him new techniques, and getting him in a routine so he can keep up his training daily. If his mother wants him to be a scholar or a researcher, she will have him read different books, do different type of research activities. Parents will push their kids in a direction that they feel is best for them, just judging off of what they have seen or done in life themselves. All Goku knows is fighting. Fighting has brought him friends, family, and money in the form of world tournament winnings. Chi-Chi fought in order to win Goku back, but she saw fighting was not a sustainable career because she would always have to get money from her father. So she wants her son to have a career that she has seen, other city folk have, or maybe has seen on TV, in order for Gohan to have a sustainable life. Later on, we see that Piccolo says that he is taking Gohan because his power will be valuable against the Saiyans. This is one of the first instances in a story where we see someone use their own selfish views and force Gohan to fight without seeing what it is he wants to do. Instead of getting stronger and figuring a different plan out, Piccolo feels it is best for the world if he trains Gohan and tries to get him to be a fighter. This can also be seen as one noticing one's hidden talent and wanting to help them achieve the next level. An example of this would be kind of like a singer at an open mic who shows, pretty good vocal talent, and there's an A&R there who introduces themselves and takes them to a recording studio to professionally record and market them so that they can be a big-time recording artist and showcase their vocal talent to the world. I'm sure we have all been in situations where an authority figure places us in a situation that we do not want to be in because they feel like it is best, and we just have to go with it without any pushback. We have also experienced having a figure of authority notice our talents and decide to extend their olive branch to help us out, get to the next level, and achieve what it is we want. In this screenshot, we see that Gohan states that he does not want to be a fighter and he wants to be a scholar. We can see that this is under his mother's influence because his dad wants him to be a fighter. Piccolo states that, he can be a scholar, but they need him against the Saiyans, and he can do whatever he wants once they defeat them. He is then forced to fight because Piccolo tells him that his career plans will be on hold if they are all exterminated. Here we see that Piccolo makes Gohan a fighter, telling him that he holds the key to Earth's fate. I feel this makes Gohan want to be a fighter because here is someone who is believing in his abilities and telling him that he can be great. Just like us, Gohan needs someone to believe in him. He just wants to be acknowledged. Here we see that Piccolo scolds Gohan and tells him that it was foolish to expect so much out of Gohan and calls him a coward. This shows that, when we do not meet someone's expectations, they just give up on us, or they feel like they just wasted their time. Krillin was the other one who understood Gohan's fears, with him being very, very young and this being his first fight. Here we see Goku also calls Gohan a coward for being scared to fight, trying to bait him, questioning, what did Piccolo show him? Having two people that he wants to be acknowledged by doubt him and call him weak is soul-crushing for Gohan. If two authority figures that we looked up to called us cowardly, or called us weak, or called us to waste of time, in all honesty, we would be distraught. This is not what Gohan wants. Gohan just wants to be a scholar. He's told us that. He was forced into being a fighter. And since he was not good enough to Piccolo and his dad Goku, he's being told that he is a weak coward. Here we see Chi-Chi run to Gohan to check up on him and reassure him that she does not want him fighting, or in a life his father is in, being a fighter. She wants to shelter him and have him go down a different career path and be a scholar. Gohan is influenced by his surroundings and wants to prove to everyone who doubts his strength wrong. When someone tells us we cannot do something, we want to prove them wrong and show them what we are capable of. Gohan also wants to fight to avenge Piccolo because he wants to avenge Piccolo's death. His mother does not approve because she knows the dangers of fighting. But his father feels okay and says that he has gotten stronger when Gohan stands up to his mom. Chi-Chi allows Gohan to explore space for research once she realizes how this could advance his career. At first, Chi-Chi was against Gohan going because of the danger, but she decided to change when she realized that this could help Gohan with getting a job or going to college in the future doing space research as a child. On Namek, Gohan is thrusted in situations he does not want to be in. He is having to fight or try to save someone. If you think about it, he has not had much interaction with anyone his own age, and he's always around either grown adults or aliens in life or death versus battles. Gohan tries to fight and get stronger to impress those who are around him. The only way that he has ever been acknowledged is by his strength. He was acknowledged by Piccolo, Goku, Raditz, Nappa, just for the small power boost that he showed. For us in the real world, we want to be acknowledged as well. But just like Gohan, sometimes we're only acknowledged by little things like our intelligence or our strength, our looks, our finances, and the list could go on and on. Later on in the story, Goku asks Chi-Chi to bring Gohan in for training. She agrees as long as this is his last fight and he can follow the path that she wants for his life after. We still do not know what it is Gohan wants to do with his life, as he has only really been given two options: be a fighter or be a scholar. This is related to us because sometimes we feel as we are only given a couple options as a career path and we can't really do what it is we really want to do. Some kids in the hood feel like their only options are be a rapper, drug dealer, or basketball player. Some of them might want to be a teacher, but due to their surroundings, they don't really see many teachers living a lifestyle that they want or are taught how to sustain a career as a teacher. Gohan says that he wants to be a scholar, but what is it that he really wants to be? He never comes out and says what he wants. He wants to be acknowledged by his parents, so he wants to be a scholar to make his mother proud. There are some other kids in the real world who are pushed to the medical field and have no other choice. Their parents tell them it's medical or bust, so they are pressured into having to succeed, even if it is not the career path that they don't want to be in. Maybe they want to be a news anchor, but their parents are forcing them to be in the medical field. So later on, Goku states the plan that he has for Gohan. He wants Gohan to be a Super Saiyan to help him achieve his level, but in the end, he wants Gohan to be stronger than him because Goku's plan for Gohan has always been to be a fighter. Here we see someone who finally starts to understand Gohan. Piccolo is concerned because he has seen Gohan fight against Raditz, the Saiyans, and Frieza. And in those fights, he did not live up to the hype and only had a small outburst of power. Goku asks Gohan if he wants to be a scientist. This gives some light that Gohan might want to be this as an adult, but it could be something that his mother has implanted in him. Either way, Goku says, beat Cell, then you can do whatever it is you want. Then you can do as you please. Gohan finally states that he does not want to fight, and he does not like fighting. This goes along with my theory that he is just doing this to gain, the praise and attention from his peers, who are only adults who fight. Just like us in the real world, we do things that we do not want to do to appease others. Gohan understands why he was placed under this situation and explains that he gets angry and loses it. Since he is older, he can probably sustain this anger better than when he was younger. Sometimes our parents, or maybe an authority figure, realizes we are hiding some hidden potential, and they might put us in an uncomfortable situation that we don't want to be in order for us to reach the next level in our development. Piccolo does not believe in this new and improved Gohan. The only Gohan that he has seen is a weak and timid Gohan. When Gohan transforms, he reaches his breaking point. He achieves the dream of his father by gaining massive power to be a great warrior, surpassing his strength. Goku realizes that he made a mistake, but in the end tells Gohan that he is proud of him. Gohan did what Goku always wanted, but Gohan did not have that same drive. We typically do what we do not want to do and achieve expectations, or sometimes we do not succeed, but we still try our best. Gohan did what Goku wanted, so now he can do what Chi-Chi wants, since he still won't do what he ultimately wants to do. For us in the real world, are we really doing what it is that we want to do? Or are we doing what somebody else wants us to do? After the Cell games, Gohan is finally around people his age and he gets to interact with his peers and live a normal life, as well as pursue what his mother wants him to pursue. Goku and Vegeta state that Gohan has gotten weaker and has not been fighting or training. Fighting is what Goku and Vegeta have planned for Gohan, but Gohan never wanted to fight. He just wants to be accepted, spend time with his father, And to do that, he has to fight, to spend time with his father, or for anyone to accept him. Vegeta wants Gohan to fight, being a Saiyan, and Goku always wanted Gohan to be a fighter. Sometimes, for us to be accepted, we have to do things that we do not want to do, but to have that feeling of acceptance, we have to do it anyway. Just like Gohan with fighting. Goku tells Gohan if he gets angry, no one can beat him. Gohan is not as angry as he was in the past because he does not have all that built up trauma and rage that he had from previous arcs and battles. In a time of peace, he's been able to relax and be calm. Later in the Buu arc, Gohan achieves what the fandom calls Ultimate or Mystic Gohan. He realizes his strong power, and it's acknowledged by the Kais and his father. When he arrives to the battlefield, he's acknowledged by Piccolo, Trunks, Buu, and Goten for his power. After the series, we see Gohan works a regular job, and he's content with his life. Even in Dragon Ball Super's anime adaptation, he is not a fighter anymore. In the Trunks story, Trunks sees he is a different Gohan, and he's not the Gohan fighter anymore. Gohan struggles with trying to appease everyone, and he just wants to be acknowledged by his peers. He can only do that by fighting, so that is why he fights. He understands that he has dormant power, but he only uses it when it's absolutely necessary, like in Dragon Ball Super Hero when he had to save his daughter. Even the fans want Gohan to fight, but is Gohan truly doing what he wants? Gohan just wants to be acknowledged, and will do what is needed for that attention, which is similar to us. We are all Gohan. We try to meet expectations that others set upon us, and sometimes we do not take into consideration what it is that we truly want to do. So for those who watch, appreciate you watching this video. Give your thoughts down in the comment section. Sorry if this seems like a little miscombobulated or rattled. I've been thinking about this for a minute, and I was like, okay, let me just finally put this out. But we are really all Gohan. I feel like we all try to do things that others want us to do to fit in and be acknowledged, but we don't really do what we want to do. We don't take the time out to make ourselves happy. So that's really the ending message in this is figure out what it is that you want to do and do it to make yourself happy. Don't just do what other people want just to get acknowledged by them. That is kind of what Gohan does. Gohan fights to be acknowledged by his peers. When he is a scholar, who is he acknowledged by really? Just, his mother of being, a great scholar, and maybe his wife. But everybody else, they want Gohan to fight. Fighting doesn't pay the bills. He could be like a Hercule and, make his money that way, but it was implanted in him at a young age that you're going to be a scholar, you're going to be a scholar, you're going to be a scholar. So that is what he did to make his mother happy. So we are all Gohan, but we shouldn't be Gohans. We should do the things that we want to do to make ourselves happy.